Warriors, barbarians, and legends. We are returning to Nave from Mortal Online 2. We had a rough night last night trying out this dagger mage build, but you know what? We're not going to quite give up just yet, because now we're adding a brown bear into the mix. Yes, we're going to have a pet, a brown bear pet, to try to take a lot of the burden for the combat from us. Then maybe we can sit back, cast a few heals, cast a few spells, and see if it doesn't work better for us. Oh, what is this? We've got a patrol, possibly. All right, let's go get our bear out of storage. He's been chilling over in the stables, resting. We got him up to, I think, 50 or 55. So I think he's ready to go take some things out. All right, this is the dawn of a new era. Dagger mage with a bear. See how this goes. Once again, welcome everybody to the stream. If you're new, glad to have you. If you're returning, it's even better to have you. Make sure we welcome all these new people into the stream, all these new people into the game. This is an amazing experience. We have harbingers here guarding the exit to town. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Very cool.
Oh, thanks, man. Yo!
Hello, harbingers. How are you?
What are you up to, man? Hail, Harbingers! Oh, nice.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, warriors, legends, there is our pet bear, Ben Ursidae. The horse bags on him real quick. Now we got a van caravan. I'd be pretty mad too if I had to carry that many bags on my back. But it works. He's a killing machine. Check chat real quick. Hold on, everybody. Let me pull this chat back up. Nerfed, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? I haven't picked up Icarus yet. Sorry, I didn't have the chat pulled up for a second. Yeah, so I was looking at it. It does look really cool. It's is it 8-man instance, like sci-fi survival type. I saw it briefly. I don't know a whole lot about it. So since you guys have played, they've put this game early access on Steam, and it has blown up. So what you're seeing here now is the Harbingers of Judgment have taken over like this part of town, and they're about to go on patrol here. And that's kind of what I was getting some screenshots of. Is they've been locking down the gates on either side of the city. So this is Morn Kerr's south entrance, you know, the trench run, essentially. And if you can see, this guy's got the new turtle armor. So he's got the turtle gear. So you can see the turtle shell. So it's like splinted, curite splinted, samurai type armor with the turtle shell. That guy's got turtle shell because it's really strong. I think that guy might be wearing... Alright, so they're headed out. So that's all new. So that turtle shell armor is all new. They added turtles, crabs, spiders. Very cool. Very cool. Wow. Look at that. That's nice. 50 damage. Wow. Yeah, so I was checking out because I went to go buy it the other day because I was thinking, I kept thinking I need to pick it up because so many people that I've seen that played Conan absolutely love the game. So I've been having a blast with this, but I wanted to pick it up because I'm sure there'll be gaps in this or whatever because this game's different. And then I saw what happened. I saw that it was delisted, and then I just happened to hop back on the Discord for this game. And one of the engineers for this game was talking about it. He said, yeah, they had hired at least one coder from Arc. And he brought over source code from Arc and put it in the game. But apparently it was even larger scale than just the one coder. Because then Arc got a hold of the game and started going through the source code and they found a bunch of their variables that wouldn't be a common name. It was something specific to Ark, and they found it all through the source code. And that's going to be where the problem is going to lie for Angela Game. Which is rough because that game was doing so well. People seem to really be enjoying it. So let's check over here. So I'm trying as a dagger mage, and man, it's this guy's the dagger's 40 damage. It's really stout if I could hit, but this dude's so small that when I go to fight stuff, I'm like. I can barely hit anything. So adding the bear has been huge. Let me see. So we go put my gold back up in the bank before we go rolling out. Before we get killed. Oops, somebody died here, so I don't want to pick that up. That's instant death. So who is this? So who all is here at the store that left out the bank that left their horses out? That's a bad idea. Because the city's so tall that people can get on the rooftops at the very top of the city and snipe down, and you can kill your mounts without the guards going after you. You can get way up there, shoot down. Oh, there's all natural, nice. Oh, so these are my boys here. So we swapped. I left, and I've been rolling with some of these guys, and they do all kinds of PvP training. So I was watching these guys fight the other day, and they were doing a bunch of the feigning counter, feints and reposts and all that kind of stuff. It was really cool. So we can get closer, just watch. Oh, that was a cool spin. So what you could do is you could do a feint where you'll pull your swing back, and then you can swing from an opposite direction or a different direction, right? To try and throw off their block, or do a spin like he was just doing. He did top to mid. That was nice. So they've added housing, so I could go show you the housing real quick. I'll try and make. Actually, you know what? I'll stop and go get my horse. Do I have my gear for my horse on me? Let me go check real quick. If I do, I'll put my bear up and go grab my horse, and I'll go show you. There's a store that somebody put up at the mouth of the trench. Someone put a stronghold up. I will take the bear. What the hell? I can buy another one for like 10 or 15 gold. So we'll head out this way. And we were just talking to Harbingers. Maybe they'll be cool. Maybe. But we're about to find out. Ah, nice. Okay. Very cool. So there's another one that's similar. That may be coming out too, to keep an eye on. It's called Dysterra, Dystrra. It's very similar, except I think you play as like an exo, like from Destiny. You're like half man, half robot. And you go down to planets, and you scavenge for like tech debris, fight off other planetary exos and stuff. It looked a lot like No Man's Sky, or what's the other one? It kind of had that little beam. You shoot the laser beam into the rocks to harvest the rocks, kind of stuff. But it looked neat too, because the combat looked kind of like this when you fought. Otherwise, let me turn this music down. It's kind of loud. I'm actually having to play on Shadow because with the latest update on this, it's been crashing me like every 5 minutes on my main PC. Just at like 10. All right. So yeah, so I'm playing from a server in Texas, in Memphis, and streaming it on the other computer back to Twitch. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be worth checking out. I've seen it pop up on Steam every time I log in, so I need to go grab that up. But yeah, so this is running 2660 by 1440, 60 FPS from from them. Let me see. I think it's got the stats up here. Yeah, 55, 60 FPS, 60 megs a second, 33 milliseconds response time, and that's running on a where's display? Yeah. Oh, and actually, this was running 1920. It was running earlier. I must have said it differently. It was running at 2660 1440 earlier this afternoon. So, I wonder why it downgraded. It's weird, but anyway, it looked great and it was playing smooth. It's Shadow Gaming Cloud, so it's a Windows machine with a dedicated GPU in their data center. And this one happened to me. I think this was in Dallas. It was where this one was at. But they've got them in Chicago. They've got them in New York, and also California. And they have a way you can ping the different data centers to see which one's got the best response time for you. Because for me, Chicago wasn't the best. Dallas was actually better. They were trying to tell me to go to the Chicago one because it was, a few hundred miles closer, I guess. But when I did the pings on it over like a couple weeks, the Dallas one was always probably 20 or 30% faster, like every time. So I just went ahead and did the Dallas one instead. Yeah, Eric actually signed up too because he doesn't have a newer game PC, and so he was signing up to get it because he wants to play a bunch of stuff. He's been using GeForce Now, which also is really, really nice, but it has just what they load, and that's it. So this lets you load anything. So I could even load like Star Citizen, because they don't have like a launcher or anything. Except their own launcher, I guess. I could load that too and run it. Whereas I couldn't if it was on. Oh, why is this doing that? I couldn't if it was GeForce Now or whatever else, or Stadia. It's sad because Stadia works great too. Actually, I played Destiny with a couple of Kelly's cousins. They came over for Thanksgiving, and they were like, "Oh man, we play COD, blah blah blah. We want a FPS grinder, but what was that one? Outriders kind of was a letdown." And I was like, "Well, you already own Destiny. That's like the best, other than Borderlands, the best FPS grinder you got." So we fired it up, and I played with them with Stadia for a bit, and it works. So too, it just has a very limited games. It's like PUBG, Destiny, and that's about it. A few other random things. Dang! Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I really ought to. I need to get down and do that at some point, probably, because I'm sure that's why this one I've got's freaking out, because it's an old one, man. It's a dinosaur at this point. See, this is the part that drives. So this character, I could run a horse and a bear, but I've got to go all the way down to jungle camp and buy the book, and then come all the way back and somehow live the whole time. And it's like 65 gold for that book. So I just don't know. I'll have to figure out sometime I could do it really early or something when I don't think people will be on. That's a long trip with a lot of money. But if I get that, then I can run then I can be really good with this build, because that could be what they call almost like I call it a wheelchair mage. But since we can't move well on foot, but as long as we got our mount, we can just roll. And oh, it's an I-9. Wow. Yeah, they were so some of the guys in the other group I was playing with, they were saying that a lot of the Ryzen stuff isn't handling gaming well at all with Windows right now. Like just having brutal bottlenecking with Windows 10 and 11, but the Intel stuff is chunking along fine. So a bunch of them were scrapping their Ryzen builds and going back to Intel. Yes, I did this earlier with try to fight bandits. I mean, it was just pulling too many. So I'm gonna see if I can pull. See if I can't pull some more. But I'll show you. There's a Tien Mings has put in a stronghold at the end of this trench, so I can show you that real quick. And that's not a castle. It's not a keep. It's just a little like a box stronghold. It's like the inner keep from a castle, and I think it's just a level 1, and that thing is freaking huge. But I don't think there's a castle nearby. Well, I think I could take it to Acolytes have a castle nearby. I think I can roll too. Yeah, that's my beef with the game. I should have just grabbed my horse. I really should have grabbed my horse and just put the bear up, because we would have been there with the horse already. Horse travels really quick compared to this. But that's coming in. So the CEO, they did his weekly development, and the next big patch they're bringing out is going to be a lot of fauna, flora, wildlife, creatures, more camps, more things to engage with. They're bringing in fishing with like multiple fishing rods, baits, lures, and then the actual water source will determine, and the species of the fish determines depth in the water, temperature of the water, location of the region. The temperate location of the region will determine, activity of the fish. It's supposed to be a really in-depth fishing mechanic. But anyway, what I was going to say too is they won a huge Epic Games mega grant. They didn't divulge how much it was, but I know in total, Epic set around $100 million in grant money to companies who were doing amazing things with the Unreal Engine to encourage them to do more. And I know they're wanting to put this from Unreal 4 to Unreal 5. And so that grant may allow them to do that and get more coders to do more development. So what they've done just in the past 2 weeks is they put in the housing update. Castles are live, strongholds are live, player housing is live, like little cottages and little farmhouse things, which is really cool. And it's just right past this rock. Just past this rock is where that stronghold is. Yeah. My clade's up almost. All right, then we can run again. But you see how much faster the horse riding is. He's already all the way down there already. Nice. What size is your fleet up to nowadays, man? Because you had a ton of ships before already. I bet I have no doubt that it's gotten even larger. Have you built like a HOTUS up or any of that stuff up yet? Ah, cool. Very cool. All right, we are on approach. Almost there. Vandersay. You know what? I need to hold on. I need to turn him off because if he keeps getting stronger, I'm going to not be able to control him. Come here. Yeah, he's 65 of 75. Okay, he's got a little bit longer. He might get to 60 and I'll have to turn off his leveling. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I don't need this, or this, but I do need to feed you. Because you're at 270. Alright. That's right, you like the pig meat. Nice. Yeah, he's going to keep getting bigger. If he gets to 125, dude's big as like a small SUV. They're huge. So that bandit camp's up here. So just past the bandit camp will be that's the stronghold. And they added a keep right around the corner of this ridge. I think I might go straight up the ridge a little bit further down and see it. That's a Central Step keep, and that the same acolytes guys that we saw sparring in town. There's a bunch of them. They own that keep. They put 16 castles in the game. I think 15 of the 16 slots are claimed. Oh man, nice. A lot of guys still playing from that one squad that y'all were with. Can't think of the name of it, but there we are in that Discord all with them. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. See, I'd like to fight these guys, but the problem is, and hopefully they'll fix it in this next patch, is they're too stacked up, and these guys shout when you damage them, and so then instead of just fighting one, you fight like 5. Like a fight just one, maybe even just 2, I think the bear would take him out, but the fact that I've got to fight like 3 of them and they cast magic just mess me up. Let me see if I can hit one of them. Yeah, we're gonna fight one of them. Not the caster, the bandit. I'm not close enough. Okay, so we're gonna run this way and see if we can't do that again. A little bit further back. You take that caster out. Alright. Follow me, bear. If we can get out of here before they kill me. I think we got one of them. So if we can do that and get the other one, then we'll be in good shape. Need that bandage to go off. Alright, cool, it did. We got one of them down. Alright. You go kill him, and I'll heal up. I think I can outpace that. Yeah, I think I can outpace his damage. Actually, if you do that. Alright, cool. Alright. Nice. How are you doing health-wise? Oh, good. He's in good shape. It's a lot better. I could not take them on solo yesterday. They kept spamming me. I would just get destroyed like you saw there. Just be running for my life constantly. Alright, so now heal up again with bandages and then apply some more magic. There's a bush pig. We don't need it. self-healing. Alright, now let's see if we can pull another one. Nope, not close enough. Okay. Yeah, they do. So this one I'm about to do is a damage over time. It's a corrupt spell. He's trying to bandage up real quick. Dagger's so short. Let's go for the legs, right? Oh, this is gonna be bad. Aggro the whole camp. Shit. Come back here, bear. I'm gonna need you with me. So he did like a triple feint. Alright, we gotta get back here. Heal up real quick. And that's my other beef too. It's like right then I tried to block and the mouse like didn't register that I was attempting to block. But that's a bit of a problem too. Alright, let's do... Alright, we'll go back and reset that fight. Yeah, they do need, and you have to stand still. But I think they did it on purpose so that you could just be walking around like nuke cannon constantly. But the way they did it is it's precasted. So I've got 17 seconds now to get in position to do damage. So what a lot of people do is they'll precast a heal, or they'll precast damage. They'll go in and fight with their melee, and then before the time runs out, they you can then release that additional damage while you're mid-fight. Let me heal him up again. Like he ran into the palisade chasing that guy. Try this one more time. Yeah, he's got a two-handed longsword, much more range than my little dagger. Plus, and he's like probably, I don't know, maybe 6 feet tall, and my guy's like literally like 3.5 feet tall. He's like so tiny. Like, it's the only character I've got that's this short, and I'm really not liking it. I like the. I've got another guy. I'll just swap to him and show you. He's a Thursar Callard. He's like 8 feet tall, so he towers over everybody he talks to. It is such a drastic difference from this guy. This guy walking to everybody and like looking at their belt buckle. Oh, he's almost dead. That's the guy I killed early. He didn't. Oh, cool. He didn't reset his damage. So now he's running scared because he's like one hit. Okay, you know what? We'll come back to him because he's going to run for his life. And then we'll aggro the rest of the camp, trying to chase him again, probably. Let's see, where did he go? Oh, there they go. Where did he run to? Oh, there he is. No, we're just going to do dagger if this goes control 2. Oh, that's what I needed. That's what I'm here for. Those small rough, that little gem. It's like a 3 gold piece. To go to that jungle camp to buy that stuff, you need 9 gold, but it has to be 9 gold in these. So that one's 2 gold. There's another one called the small rough, something with a D. I've got 1. I need 2 more, and then I can actually make that trip down there and buy the riser, the kind of like similar to the armor that they're wearing, that riser plate armor. Like I have to get 3 of them from these guys. So the bandages kind of work the same way as you kind of can cast them for about 5 or 6 seconds and then go fight, and then while you're mid-fight you'll get a heal. This is a veteran bandit. It's not a deal. Get your damn weapon out, boy. There we go. Alright, help him real quick. Get my bear up. My fucking bear, you bastard. Yeah, you're gonna kill me too. Fuck. God damn it. Cannot block with a fucking dagger to save my life. Alright. God! That fucking sucks. Yeah, so and the other thing that sucks with this guy, I'm fucking done with him, dude. I don't think there's anything I dropped. It's well, no, I just make that day. I'll just fucking this guy. So, what sucks with this guy, too, is they made a change to mage because they felt like mage was easy mode. So, with the last patch, this last time, they put in scribing. Just you have to scribe your magic into like the magic spell book or whatever. So if you don't go and find the spells or find someone that sells those spells, you don't have them. So all I'm using is like the most basic of basic spells. I don't have any of the nice big damage spells. I should have just kept healing my bear, let him do the work. That's what I should have done. So let's see. Let's quit that, and then I'll come back on my other guy and go and get on a horse and go scoop that stuff up that's left, because I wouldn't mind getting that horse armor and that bear armor because it's not easy to get. No, it's toast, but there's a lot of bear spawns nearby. I could go tame another one, but actually, since this early access patch happened and Harbingers, Tamings, and a few of those clans are here, they've been loading up the pet broker next to the stable with bears. So I think I bought this bear for like 10 gold. So each of those heads I was picking up is like 80 silver and 100 silvers of gold. So not too long. I just got to keep them alive. That's the second one I've had die. So I've got to work on that. Now that was that guy who we were fighting, that was the veteran bandit. That's why he does all the fate swings and feints and tries to fool you. That's something they added, some AI that they added in, where it watches to see where you block and it tries to counter it, once or twice, maybe even 3 times. The basic the bandits don't do that. That's why we're kind of just plowing through those. I can see what they're winding up to do and block it. But him kind of reposting 3 and 4 or 5 times, my guy can't. That mage can't withstand much damage, and so I need to get better at blocking. My other guy, the dude that's 8.5 feet tall, you can like bash him in the face and he's just like, hit me again, and like he barely takes any damage because he's got all this stuff spec'd into damage mitigation, and then some stuff to life steal to pull health away from things that hit it. So yeah, so I leveled. It took that bear, I think it took an hour. I was actually on a call for work on this screen, and so up here I just took the bear into town and told him to go attack this training dummy. And by the time I was done on that conference call at work, I think it took about an hour. It went from 20 to 52. Just sitting there, just swiping and biting and swiping on that target dummy. So it's not too bad. It's more of it, you know, everything's replaceable. It's just, it sucks, you know. So we'll log out that. And we'll go get my Thursar Callard. Try that. So I thought that was going to go better. I didn't expect it to go that poorly, or I wouldn't have stopped. I really thought the bear would have been able to tank those guys a little bit better than that. Yeah. Oh well. Lesson learned, right? Alright, I think this guy's geared up. Check real quick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. And I may start selling a bunch of stuff. I sold a few things in the auction house and it sold for really well. Whereas before so up to about 2 weeks ago, the town was pretty dead. It was just the RPK guys and a few others. And since that early access patch, they've had 1,000 concurrent players on this one server, or their only server. And so most of the towns feel pretty packed. And then the housing update allowed people to put houses everywhere and battle keeps and for strongholds. And so now there's like the miscreants. They're this guild that all they do is just slay new players or any players they find or whatever. They found a rival clan leader who was building a house and they ran over there with a bunch of claw hammers and took it down while it was still getting built. It's the funniest thing. And then they went and they built their house right next to the graveyard where they sit there and they kill all the noobs. They put their house right there. Like, this is ours. That's funny. All right. Yeah, so so remember the other guy, his head was like right here. I know this guy's a giant. Yo, Rich, what's going on, man? Welcome. Oh, wow, I missed that. Oh, that's amazing, dude. Yeah, we haven't talked in a while. So I didn't hear about how all that stuff went, like how your trip went and everything. So we definitely got to link up to catch about that stuff. All right, so here is my big old tank dude. So he uses Rise Our Sword, or he uses an arrow, bow and arrows, right? So I've got long bows, short bows, and his bows. The bows are a lot of fun, man. A blast with those. And the short bows, like, you can use while running. And the stamina doesn't really go down too much. You can run backwards with them. Who that is? But he's just a big old meathead. Takes a bunch of damage and rolls on. Who is this? So this is what I used to be. I was a Alvarin, like this guy. See? Nice, cool. Yeah, Rich, I don't know if you saw, man. Lost my bear. Mage got smoked. But actually, let me see. What am I using to? So let's see. Keybinds. Nope. Gameplay. I'm doing click then drag. Well, that's not working. Let's go back and do drag then click. Let's see if that helps. Because click then drag didn't do nothing. Didn't seem to work at all. So we'll try this. All right, we'll go get our horse. Speed this up a little bit. It is a beautiful game, though, man. I am with some people, though. I think they need to turn the brightness down a little bit. Some of this stuff looks like hyper bright than it needs to be. And then stuff like this is like so starkly dark. Seems like an odd transition. Oh, I don't want to take that much damage. This guy, I'm hoping he's got a couple of horses over here. Let's check. So the pet broker is also new. Let's see. So yeah, so this is a new pet broker. So you come here, mongrel horses, pet bears. I get another bear. Yep, there you go. I can buy another bear from Rich right there. So I could buy his bear. That's the guy that's the fellow that's in chat right there. I could buy his bear and then rock on. A lot of bears, so that's amazing. Let's see what I got horse-wise. Unstable. Oh, that's not good. I've got a wolf. And that's it. Okay, I guess we're buying a horse. Alright, we got a desert horse, a mongrel horse. Well, I ain't paying 90. The Jotuns, I think they're pretty terrible, right? Jungle horse, 80 jungle horse, it's 20 though. Step horse. I think we're gonna get that. I guess we're gonna get that mongrel, that 51 mongrel. All right. Hello, mongrel. All right. We have a horse. Stench. Oh, it's fantastic. Stench, the mongrel horse. All right. The beauty of fast travel yet again. All right, let's go back and get our horse armor off the mailbox real quick. Unless I gave it to my other guy, then I'll have to go buy some real quick. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's old Rich. No horse armor. Well, that's not good. But usually you can buy some for a couple bucks over here, so we'll go check. All natural Bushido going at it. There's some Talus Confederations here. Nice. What's going on, Talus? What's up, Talus Confederation? Welcome to Morin Kerr. Alright, let's see. Get some horse armor here. Horse. We got some bone tissue. Oh, that's malarium. Alright, that might work. Bone tissue, bone tissue, bone tissue. Malarium, ground fur. Bought that, and then this. All right. Cool. All right. That was easy. We go across the way, get some malice fruit, and we'll be on the road. Look at that. I better get off here first. Go. All right. Now, we'll see if our stuff is out there still. I doubt it. Let's see. It could be, though. Our bow, we're ready. Good call. Very good call. Amanda Robbins, Bazaf Tech. It's I'm not following Amanda. I forgot I had. You're absolutely right, aren't you? Oh yeah, look at that. Nice, perfect. All right. Stench. That's so funny. All right. Now we rolling. So what you been up to, Rich? How's life out here in Morin going? There were a load of harbingers out here on this trench run earlier, like 6 wide on horseback, like a cavalry wall blocking this thing off. But I haven't been to the castle yet, so I need to run by and check out the castle. I haven't seen that, so I haven't seen any of them. The one that I've been to the Mornkur castle or keep, and it despawns when you get close to it, since no one's claimed it yet. But from a distance, it looks like it's all built up and looks amazing. But as you roll into it, it starts to despawn. This thing sucks, right? Like, my other horses at this speed were gaining energy back. Your acolytes, right? Yeah, I'm waiting on an invite actually from Putson to get in. I've been talking to him past week or so, so I just haven't. I play so late, and he's usually on earlier. But yeah, I saw All Natural and Bushido were in town, but that only makes 3, and there was like a bunch of them. And I think they might, and then I think they're on a roam too. Like I think I saw a message in the Discord that they were going to do a roam, so they might be out, rolling as a group. The rest of them. There's no acolyte. Nice. Bringing in some desert horses, looks like. So usually this speed, that's crazy. I'm used to that second speed, being able to build stand back up. Oh, I wonder if it's because this level, maybe, or maybe it's because I wonder if it's because I'm a Thursar and I'm just so much heavier that it's a physical weight thing, maybe. A Thursar and plate. But he's like, no, I can't carry this weight. All right. All right. So we'll go over here. I was going to show him a screenshot of the Taming's stronghold. Maybe scoop up our gear if it's still here. I would think it'll still be there, but I did this the other day and it was gone. Like, so it was like it, because I logged out, like it sped the timer up or something. It was bizarre. Just crossed the node line. Why did I bring so much stuff? Well, actually, I didn't bring. I guess I brought a lot. I mainly bring the arrows because I try to farm risers, and it takes a crap ton of arrows to kill the risers. So I bring a load of risers with me, arrows out here. Once the TC event, or launches and you can actually place NPCs in your house, I would love to put a house somewhere close to those triple riser camps and then put a utility vendor in the house so that I have unlimited arrows and just roll up there, sell my gear, buy arrows, and go right back to grinding. Because that's my only issue now with being a mounted archer is that once I blow through my arrows, I gotta ride all the way back into town. There's no stopping point anywhere I can stop and make. I can make, even if I had crafting benches, I could make bows, but I couldn't make arrows. I still gotta go find a utility vendor to buy arrows. It would be nice if there was a way you could handcraft arrows in the field. Alright, so mainly we want the bear armor. That's the main thing we want to try and find. And then, and the reason I like fighting the risers, even though it's a little bit longer fight, is it's a lot more money, and I love that you can pull one at a time. You aren't pulling a ton of them. All right, so this stuff's gone. Yeah, that stupid patch that they did, where they like yell out, that was dumb. Because now you can't fight them solo, because you can't pull them, And then the risers, the risers hit like a truck. So unless you're a build like this guy, you can't fight them either, because they're just gonna obliterate you if you miss any of your blocks or a couple of your blocks. See, I haven't been dead that long, but gear is gone, right? It should have been somewhere in through here. But it is nowhere to be found. Doesn't help that it's also raining out here. Yeah, it should have been. Now, the bags won't be red for me since it's a different character, right? Oh well. The only thing nice, I had a nice riser dagger in there. I would have flipped and sold it. It was like a 40 damage dagger, 25 or 24 strength to use it, but it had 40 something damage on the pierce, so it hit hard. But I don't see my gear anywhere. I don't see the bear armor. Nothing. It's really weird. That sucks. Oh well. And we are gone. We'll check out the Tamings if it's still here, and head to risers and probably lose our gear there too. Hopefully not. I mean, hell, I got a crap ton of arrows. That should be enough to get a few of them. 77. Yep. I did come with too many arrows, too many bows, didn't I? Mainly because the last time I came in here, the bows durability dropped really fast. Bam, there it is. This is player housing, player built housing. This is a stronghold, I think level 1 stronghold. They built them this time where they've got all these spots in the top for you to shoot down with the arrow defense. That's just a stronghold, level 1 stronghold. And then if you look, once you get across this river, you can see a battle keep. The Morinker battle keep. It's currently unclaimed, so which I'm surprised at. I would have figured somebody would have bought it or claimed it by now. Yeah, I came in here the other day and I saw one harbinger out here farming them, and that's the first time I've seen anybody else out here farming these. This one riser camp is the one that's the furthest to the east, but due south of the Red Priest at Morinker. All right. Survival increased to 41. No, I don't want survival at 41. I can tell you that right now. Survival 41. Swimming. Hawk. Defensive stance. Aggressive stance. Archery. Combat maneuvering. Armor training. Momentum. Yeah, it's there. See, it looks like it's built up. Like, oh, cool, I'll go check it out. And then when you get over there, it despawns, which is unfortunate because it looks really cool. And I tell you what, this right here might not be a bad spot, or out here actually might not be a bad spot to build a house, just because you can't fight on foot around it too much because of all these little ponds. You know. Because unless you stay on one of these little tracks, like over here, you get in that stuff, your horse starts swimming, or as a fighter, you start swimming, and then you're just like a sitting duck. On our way back to the risers. We have a love-hate relationship with these combatants. We'll make a lot of money one time. We think we got it figured out. We go next time and we lose all our gear. And unfortunately, it's a 30-minute walk all the way back when you die. It is brutal. So I don't recommend you catching a case of death out here. Or it's like hitting the reset button. Alright. At least it's nighttime here. That'll make things a little bit easier to get out there without being seen. Kind of want to be in this general direction. Here shortly we should see like some flaming torches of the riser camp. If you see the land troll, the big boss troll, then you went a little bit too far. Boom, bada boom. Doom, doom, doom. We should be past these lakes here soon. Oh, I actually don't remember them being out here this far. Wait. Oh, that's the keep right there, right? Yeah. So we go this way. So if the water is that close to the keep, yeah, why would you not build here? Because that just means that the opponents have to be a lot more careful when they approach. That seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, that seems like a lot stronger keep just for that right there. Basque Tech. Vazif Tech. Amanda Robbins. Olivia Boone. What is Vazif Tech? I don't know what that means. Is that a Wisent? I don't think I've ever attacked a Wisent before and killed it. Let's see what they got. Alright, why is it? Oh, he didn't drop a bag? Really? That doesn't make any sense. There it is. Nope. Or I'm just blind. One of the two. But that seems really odd. He wouldn't drop a loot bag. We'll grab some wolf brush to feed. Yo, Rich, how does the wolf brush? What's the best way to administer that to the animal? Is it like increments of 10 or 50? $151. Oh, they changed it. Okay, yeah, because I noticed. I was like, man, I keep feeding these horses, and they never heal. So, okay, well that explains it then. That explains it. All right, come here. Well, all right. Let's get back on the horse. Head back to the east. Yeah, so we lost our bear. Dagger Mage is put away, and he is that much closer to being drowned in the river. There's our camp. That's what we want to engage with. Yeah, I want to get a different horse. This thing is brutal. See, my other horse, this would not cost stamina. He would be gaining stamina at this speed of a trot. And this guy is losing it, like constantly losing stamina. $38. Get off him, fight on foot. Because I want to practice. Stay horse, so stay there. Ooh, that's close. Way too close. Way too close. We'll stay on horseback. Way too close. They just cleave. Even this guy. This third caller just cleaves right through everything. See, I watch other people fight these guys, and they don't swing that often. They don't swing that fast. And I fight them, and these dudes are like just. So yeah, we'll just stay on horseback. It ain't worth catching a case of death just to work on some blocking. I hit him for it's a handle for 7, for 13. That's crazy. Because this thing, yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to spear then, because my spear hit for like 60 or 70. Yeah, good coin. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, this sword feels much weaker than my spear. That's unfortunate. So I wanted to go with sword just because it gives you the option to attack from different angles, like with PvP and stuff. But man, it's so much weaker damage wise. Because this is a steel riser sword, riser hilt, flakestone handle, steel blade. 28, 25, 13. Come on. Stuff up. Alright, so we'll just go back to the... Oh, who's this? So yes, that's 2 days in a row now that they've been out here farming the risers. So we'll have to bail on that, I think, for a bit. Maybe figure something else to hunt. Yo, pro, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Appreciate the... A raid? A raid, pro? Man, you're too kind, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a rough night, man. I tried to get my mage out and do a little dagger mage with a bear. And, yeah, I got murked by some bandits. Swapped over to this guy. Went to go try to fight some risers, and then harbingers just showed up like 6 deep. So we're just gonna dip out on that too. So So yeah, now we're just kind of cruising. And Stench, the mongrel horse. So how you guys doing? What's new with you guys? Guess we could hunt some wisents. Just farm up material from wisents. Do they drop anything worth having? Oh, is that? Oh, are you with them? Are you with the guys that just ran up on that riser camp? Cool. No, that's cool. Go for it, man. Absolutely. I didn't know you're harbingers, man. You guys have been all over Morin Kara the past week or so, man. It's awesome. It's awesome to see some activity, man. Been dead for so long. Come here, you. This horse sucks. Yo, Lost in Ruins, sir. How are you? Really, man. I tell you, the community, the snipers in this community are ruthless. Damn, what is this gonna make? Hold on. That's pretty badass. Hold on, let's see this. Alright, hold on. We gotta make some space. Come here, horse. It's been a year already? It went so fast, Lost. What's been going on with you, man? Are you still playing a lot of Apex? I have not been in Apex in quite a while. Need to make a return trip at some point. See what's new with the game. Alright, let's see what this makes. Oops. Alright. Alright, let's see. We butcher this. We're gonna get horn. Alright. Mulge. Horn. Not a whole lot worth it. I was hoping maybe some malarium or something else in there. Yo, absolutely, man. Appreciate that, man. You're so kind for that, pro. Hope your stream was amazing, man. Sorry about hearing about the stream snipe, man. That sucks. That's never fun, man. I'm really hoping to do a lot more content creation stuff with this game. I think there's a lot more need for guides. I know Wolfseat's got a lot of them out there, but I think there's a lot left that's still not out there. Like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna cut up the stream from today from Henrik, and actually I want to dice it up into the different topics. So like he touched on the sieging multiple times, and every time he spoke on it, he gave a little bit more. So I would like to go through and watch that whole 3 or 4 hours, clip it in OBS, and then cut out like the 5 or 6 or 7 times he talked about sieging, and kind of put them all together and say like, you know, sieging update, and it just be that. And here's the 7 or 8 topics he spoke about: the supply camps, the how many updates until the furnishings happen, how many updates until the TC happens, till the sieging happens, you know, all that kind of stuff. Because there was some good detail in there that he provided, but you just had to be able to sit through like all of it. So why is it meat worth picking up? Yeah, it's better than that pig meat. And the horn's not bad either. Guess we could kill one more, why not? Man, you're officially old. Don't tell me that, because that means I'm really old. So this, I know what we can do. Since we don't really have anything else going on, we can go to the Central Step Keep owned by the Acolytes and go check it out. We haven't seen one yet in game, and they are massive. Man, 21. You're still a baby, man. What are you talking about? Put another 20 on it and holler at me. Man, I meant to ask you, so you played Conan Exiles for a little while, right? Did you try Myth of Exiles while it was available on Steam? It actually looks really good. I know it's delisted right now. Hopefully it'll be back on shortly. A lot of people I know that played Conan were loving it. And it really seems like they were onto something pretty good. You never heard. So Myth of Empires is like a mix between this and Conan Exiles. But it got delisted on Steam this week because it turns out that they had hired, or the rumor is, accusations are that they had hired a software coder, software engineer from Arc, and he brought some of the code and used it to make that game. And then when Arc got a hold of the game, they were able to look at it and find copies of their own custom variables in the source code for the other game. So they knew it was taken from their software. So it's not a good look. But if it's like some other industries I've seen, what they'll end up doing is they'll make them have to pay a percentage of future sales and then pay a penalty and also pay an allocation of what was spent or what was earned already, you know. But they won't, I don't think they'll stop them from being able to sell the game. They'll just have to pay a proper chunk for what was used. All right, now where did that bag go? This is the worst part of the game right here. Is you kill something and within 2 seconds it disappears and turns into a burlap sack that just blends into the environment. Stupid. So all that wasted effort. And I'm on the wrong side of this one. There we go. Gotcha. I got you again. Trying to hide. Gotcha. I think I'll quit looking to get off the stupid horse, and then I'll look back. Well, that time it was there, actually. It was just... That made me lose my mind, man. Yo, Doc, what's going on, man? Yeah, that is correct, Doc. Absolutely. That's the rumor going around, is that they had picked up a software coder who had previously worked at Arc, and he put some of the code from Arc into Myth of Empires. And when the Arc team got a hold of the game and started looking at the source code of the game, they found custom variables that were written for their game in Myth with the same variable names. And they're unique enough that it wouldn't be like a common mistake to make or a commonly used phrase. So it's a bad look. We'll have to see how they decide to kind of have restitution for that going forward. I feel bad for the other coders, the ones that weren't involved, that put so much time and effort into it, that now that their game is essentially unavailable unless you've already purchased it to play. Alright, so we're going to go back west. see if we can find Central Step Keep. If we can. Hopefully the sun will come up here soon to help. Really? Not that's very high praise, man. That's awesome. Very high praise. Yeah, I never got to play Last Oasis. I always found it looked amazing. It looked really cool with those land ships and everything. And a lot of the guys that I know that play in this, a lot of them could come from Last Oasis. I played a lot of Conan Exiles. It has a little bit similar combat, but of course none of the land ships or anything. But that's big praise, man. That's really big praise. Yo, Doc Holiday, AU. Thank you for that follow. You are a true warrior. I guess I should break out the helmet, right? Like I'm over here, kind of being a little low key. We're gonna do this. We should do it right? If my horse doesn't drown first. That would be my luck. I look away for 2 seconds and my horse drowns. There we go. Doc Holiday, thank you for the follow. You are a true warrior. You came from Escape from Tarkov. That game I have never played, but I have watched Dr. Lupo and some other people play it, and I am amazed at the audio quality of that game. He can be in a hallway, setting an ambush for someone, and you can hear the keys rattle in a door. You can hear the tumblers and the lock turning. It's incredible. Troy, 8522. Albion Online. Never played it. I know a lot of people compare the freedoms and the things you can do in Albion to this, but I have never played it. I'm currently playing Mortal Online, but my background, I came up on MMOs. I played Asheron's Call. That was my first MMO. Love it. And that game reminds me a lot of this game, where there's you have to learn the land. You have to learn your navigation routes. There's no map that you pull up or anything that tells you where to go. You just have to know your surroundings. So that part of the game I love. It is also brutal. It is full loot. If you die, you drop everything. Your horse stays where your body was. Like there's no, it's just brutal. So we died earlier, lost our pet bear, lost all our gear. By the time we got back, it was gone. So we just got off that mage and hopped on this big tank. And now we're just kind of roaming, kind of cruising. And I was hoping to catch Central Step Keep, but I need to see if we can find it. It's just past this mountain ridge, I think, right over here, and you go around. But hopefully we'll see it from a distance before we get there. But yeah, I've always been amazed at the woof. That's a catch. That's a case of death right there. We don't want to go down there. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, so we want to go right over there. We got to find a place to cross that's not going to kill us. I have not personally. I saw on a Discord that someone had made one a pet and they had it following them around, which I thought was pretty awesome. But I have not seen them. Hopefully the damn sun will come up soon. Ooh, careful. Careful. Yeah, they really need to add more. And I know they said that's coming, but they really need to add more because it does feel completely... You go through long gaps like this where there's just nothing. I know there's horses up here, but still, like you go through these long spots and there's nothing. Like the bandit camps are so infrequent. One of the things I thought that they did right now, it's a little bit unbelievable, but I did like that. Like in Conan Exiles, there would be these little camps of one or two or three bandits, or a lot of times a crafter and two bandits or something, that you could fight, and that's manageable. But like right now, when you go to fight a bandit camp and it aggro's like half the camp on you, that sucks. Because the next step is they either fight a riser. God, I gotta get a new horse. This guy's terrible. Yeah, so they, the risers are tough, but at least you fight them one-on-one. Zombies are too slow to really get any kind of good training in. So there's kind of nothing like in between. I'm aware that there's some random singular bandits roundabouts that you can try to find, but I've really only seen them around Tindrum, and I'm not anywhere near or anywhere close to Tindrum to find any of those at this time. So, it is what it is. I'll keep an eye out though. I've not seen any rabbits yet. So if we keep going in this direction, we should be able to go around this little mountain range, and there should be the central step keep should be fairly close. Jesus Christ. That's enough to give you a heart attack right there. The fuck was that? My garbage horse. I'm toast. Yeah, so I might dump this mongrel horse and get one of these other horses, because this mongrel horse sucks, man. Well, actually, I don't know. You guys may know. So is the problem because this is a mongrel horse, or is it because I'm a Thursar Callard that I can't ride in nothing but like first gear? This game's amazing. I love it. I know it's different. It's not your theme park MMO like New World or WoW or some of those other ones. These you have to make your own experience. But if you get in with a good crew, you get in with a good guild, it opens up so many more layers of the game that you won't know are there if you're playing solo. So like, if you're a crafter type, I highly recommend Artisans. They've got some really, really good crafters that can teach you a bunch of stuff. Acolytes have been very active, and they do like daily PvP roams and daily PvP training, and they've got a really good activity level with players, and they got a ton of people. They post like what they're looking for. They've got channels that you can post what you need gear wise, or what you can contribute. It's like it makes you feel like you're working towards a common purpose, and that always helps make things, because there is no quest line. There is no, of course you've seen from playing. You kind of make your own experience. All right, so I've got 26 of 75. So let's lock him. See if we can't find another horse that's better than this dude. I just want to see if it's the horse, if it's different, or if it's my character. Because my other step horses that I've had, I can go in the second or even the third gear and it'll still regain stamina. Whereas this guy, he only gains stamina in either when he stopped or in first gear, and that's it. Yeah, I'm with you there, Doc, completely. I've got 4 accounts right now because I want to try everything. Ooh, look at that, just barely. 65 step horse. All right. I'm just going to see if I get on this thing. Where is he at? Hunger, loyalty, stamina, all that good stuff. Let's hop off. He's got 1200, so he's got more stamina. So that's good. Where's this mongrel horse? Here, give me your gear. Let's step horse instead. Can't believe this guy can hold 2 horses by 1 point. Make sure he doesn't level up any. Lock him. Wow. That's good. That's good. Those are all great choices. I've got one guy that's a weaponsmith. I've got another guy who is a extractor. I've got another guy who's an armor smith, and then my 4th guy is my bowcrafter. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. So it's the type of horse. Because this what it's, so we got first gear stopped, right? So first gear, second gear, he can roll in second gear and keep his stamina up. That mongrel horse, second gear, he was losing stam. So I had to sit there and trot in first a lot. So yeah, I won't ever, even though I like what they look like, I'm not getting any more mongrel horses. And they got 200 less stamina, so they're not going to be outrun hardly anything. I just let him carry all that stuff. I'm surprised, like, I'm shocked that this guy can have 2 horses and my mage couldn't do it. It's crazy. So I think we come around this ridge up here and we hang a hard right, and then that keep should be fairly close. For the central step keep should be owned by acolytes. We're gonna go check it out. Right now, I just recently kind of linked up with acolytes, actually. I was rolling with some guys I knew for years, and they're just kind of not playing the game. They said they're saying they're gonna come back for launch. I just don't know. We'll see. So right now, I just linked up with them because I wanted to find an active home, because I want to create content for the game. I want to create guides for the game. I want to create things to help the community, help grow the game. And so it helps a lot if you have people to do content with, so that you can showcase that stuff to other players, other people that haven't seen it before. So I'm thinking this, I'm kind of blindly going out here, but I thought it was north and west once you come around that ridge. So I think anywhere in through here we should be able to see it here soon. Make sure my horse is still following. No. Follow. Let me double back. We probably crossed a node line or two, right? That's a node line right there. Felt like it anyway. Where did you go? This is the worst part, man. I always forget to keep checking. So what kind of player? Are you a PvP guy? Are you a PvE? I could help you with that a little bit. There it is. There he is. I found him. See, at this speed, nice fast pace he's building. A mix. So I've been really happy with how positive and how helpful acolytes have been, and how they provide content almost daily for things to do. So I would recommend them. I would recommend artisans if you end up deciding later that you mainly wanted to stick. Whoa! Oof! Oof! That was almost death. If you want to do strictly like some kind of, if you wanted to kind of specify that you wanted to do crafting or something like that, then I would say artisans would be the way to go. They have a huge crafting taming guild. Lots of skilled guys, and they do a bunch of takedowns of pretty tough resources. Like they'll go on hunts through the jungle to get certain types of creatures, so they can make certain types of armors and whatnot. All really cool stuff. Is that the keep? Let's go up here and look. Maybe we'll see it. Now the sun's finally coming up. Central step keep. Central step keep. But if you've seen any of the videos from Hudson on YouTube, he does the podcast with different clan leaders and that kind of stuff. He is the leader with them. Yeah, I'm looking for. Is that the official name for the Central Step Keep? Yes, the sun's coming up, so I'm hoping I can see it. I'm just a little bit east of the Trench to Morncur. I need to go around this one more mountain ridge here. I may need to go around this ridge, right? Go a little bit more east. So, question, Pinchar, because I've been asking a few people and nobody could tell me. Is the name Heron Hall, is that lore or is that Acolyte brand? Ah, okay. That's it. There it is. There we go, right? That's it right there, right? That's still better than Central Step Keep, right? That's what I was asking in Henrik's stream earlier today. And I asked a couple of guys that were kind of active in the lore channel on the Discord, are there official names? My horse, yeah, it's still there. Are there official names for the different castles or keeps across the land? Because that would make sense. Because like right now, like everybody calls the lake Sausage Lake, and I know it's got a name, or Mage Tower, and I know Mage Tower has a name. I can't pronounce it, but I've seen it in the lore write-ups about the third battle of whatever, right? So it's got a name. So I would hope that at some point they would come up with a name, because that would make it a lot more immersive if you had names for these keeps versus, Sausage Lake Keep or Top Keep or, Meduli Mountain Keep. It doesn't really have the ring or the pop. It's, Castle Black or Castle Heron Hall or whatever you want to call it, Castle in the Sky. I don't know. Oh, this looks good though. Oh wait, is this it? Yeah. It's really cool though. Man, that's cool. I cannot wait for them to add the rest of the stuff. You know, to put priests in there and furnishings and stuff. It's going to be awesome. Can the horse walk over this? No, I can't. Okay. Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. Man, that's really cool. It's a beautiful view. I'm not gonna lie. It's a beautiful view out here. And they added the new thing where it's going to be they talked about today on the stream about the siege mechanics and everything, and about the you have to back up a little bit. The mongrel horse blocks me in. You got to weaken supply lines to make it vulnerable and everything. I think it's really cool too. And I bet I can't open it. I need to get Hudson to give me an invite. Ah. Gotcha. That's really cool. Multiple layers. Now, I think they said too, you'll be able to put additional walls, not just these, but like you'll be able to put like honeycombing inside here. I think. Maybe. They need I do need an airlock system. I'm surprised they don't have that. This one. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Wicked cool. Alright. I think I lost my mongrel again. Damn thing. Sure. Just check the front gate. I'm not tagged acolytes. I need to get an invite from what's it? Ah, okay. Do I have to be? I guess I have to be tagged to read it. I guess. That sucks. Ah, I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I gotta make sure Putzing gets me in. Where did that mongrel go? This is gonna be a nightmare getting this mongrel back to camp with all these node lines. Let's go backtrack again. There he is. He's stuck on the wall, isn't he? Alright, you know what? I need to take that stuff off. That way if I lose him, I don't lose all my gear. So my YouTube page is getting assaulted with streaming, with all these bots posting different things. Alright, so... That way if I lose you, I lose you, but at least the gear's on the other horse. Alright. P. Step horse. Alright. Yo, Pen. What is a good damage rating on a sword? I'm assuming 28 and 25 is not a good damage rating. Is this thing not following me again? Yeah, he's for real bugged, isn't he? You know what? I'm just going to abandon it. I need a mongrel horse. He served his purpose. Get another step instead. Yeah, so maybe must have done something wrong on that one then. Because that one I made it with steel. It's a riser hilt. This one, 66 strength, 13 blunt, 25 pierce, 28 slash, steel blade, steel riser blade with the flakestone riser hilt. It's only excellent quality instead of impeccable. Oh, maybe that's got to do with it. But it didn't hit the risers for much on nothing. I was expecting it to actually do some decent, damage, and it just didn't really do. I did better with the bow instead. No, it's totally fine, man. I don't know. So I was just asking maybe to get a little insight because I have no idea. I was expecting to do some damage, but previously I had a spear that was in the 40s and it hit like a truck. Dang, nice. Okay, yeah, that would be awesome. Go and see if those risers are back or not. Harbor. Are you guys still farming, or did you guys call it for the night? I don't want to intrude if you guys are fighting those risers. But I thought I'd check as I go back to before I go back to MK. I need to fight. Actually, I need to fight the bandits. Is what I need to fight. Only because I need to get a couple more of those gems so I can go buy the riser soldier armor. So maybe I'll go do that instead. Ooh. Going down there. Yeah, it's amazing how much better this horse is than that last one. All right. What time is it? I really don't want to die again. I have a bad habit of dying to risers. Never fails, to be honest. Especially this time when it's like going to be a 30-minute run back. I'm getting close to going to bed. This is the time that I catch multiple deaths over here to lose all my gear. But it... Pinchar with the follow. Sir, you're too kind. That is a true warrior spirit, and I thank you. I'm humbled with your follow. I am humbled with your viewership. Thank you for supporting this game and supporting the channel. I just want Mortal Online to blow up, and it has been huge. Anybody out there that hasn't done it yet, I'm telling you, I'm imploring you, I am pleading with you, put down the $39. Get yourself into this early access. Play the game now. Get your characters, practice the professions. It's 100 times the learning rate for the books and the lores and the skills and the abilities. So this is the time to find out what you want to play. Do you want to be a sword and board tank? Do you want to be a mage? Do you want to be a mage with a dagger and a pet? Do you want to be a mounted archer, a mounted mage, or whatever you want to play? This is the time, because if you make it and you hate it, you can re-roll and be right back in the same day, full max level character, ready to go fight the world, and then try to find what you like. And the same thing with the crafting. You can pick up the different crafting skills. You can then scrap them. And you don't have to re-roll for that. You just go buy the books and zero out the skills, and then pick up the next set of books. And within a couple minutes, you'll have read the book, and you can start working through the progression of the skills. This is the time to try. Because once this game goes live and we're all set to 0, they're also going to turn the scaling way down. And you're not going to want to make mistakes in what you pick and what you do, because that's going to put you much behind the group as we're all running through this thing, getting back up to max level, getting our keeps again, getting our homes and everything. So what the... Oh, what's up, man? Well, that's not good. Oh, it's Schmerich. Nice. I feel so honored. Oh, that's cool. I feel so honored. He can have all of my Wyzant meat. Anything that gets me back to town faster. So let's go with a quick back to town. And it was so peaceful. We were just enjoying the world. Nice cruise. Let's see. We want to go back. So one nice thing, if you haven't seen this yet, if you're a new player to the game, you don't have to. You can navigate back. If you look through the sky, you'll see these red light beams. Of course, you can't see them now. That I'm trying to talk. There's a couple right there, very, very faint. Those are priests. You can walk over foot like this if you wanted to. It would take way too long, and it would be ridiculous to do so. Or, oh, they were still at us. They're at the riser camps. They were fighting the riser camp that we were just talking about. Okay, that makes sense. Or you can use under your characters. You can hit priest, and this will take you to the nearest priest. So from here, it's going to take you to the red priest in the river just below Morinker. Or if you hit home, it's going to take you back to wherever you set as your home priest. And I think for me, this one's Meduli. So we'll check. Actually, you know, we'll go see if it's Meduli. Why not? I mean, we're dead. We have lost everything. And there's no reason to go back. So Oh, no, I was wrong. Apparently my home priest here on this guy was Mornker. That sucks. I was hoping it was going to take me back to Meduli. Alright, so... run over here. This is the beam. So there's the beam. That's your little life beam right there. Alright. So we'll go back. And we will... we don't report for murder. Nope. Right, so, what do we want to do here? So I had that garbage sword. I wonder if I should try a katana instead of a riser sword. Maybe the katana a little better. Let's see. Let's go make a katana real quick. Oh, I've got a riser sword actually. That's weak. Flakestone spear, steel spear, pig iron cuprum. Some starter gear, sword, and cool. Just like that, we're back in it. Yep, so peaceful, and it was all she wrote. It's alright. I feel honored. I have returned home. Chimeric Sentinel and Mange. Nice. Cool. Alright, so let's take this. Gear up, and I guess we're gonna go get ourselves another horse. Alright, so the nearest horse is going to be down here under the scaffolding next to Mornker. So I can show you that real quick. And you know, since I can make two, I may bring two back and sell one. Start making some money back that way. Harbingers and turn Zenithir. Well, that was so have any of you guys used lances? Are lances pretty effective on risers and bandits and whatnot? Or do they splinter, or do they have really low durability? So I was thinking that might be fun to try, just to do the to do risers with a lance, with a step horse. That might be pretty fun. I wish I knew. Wish I knew if my mic worked. So playing on Shadow Gaming Cloud. So if you guys have never seen it before, it's a streaming service. It will stream the game to you in a client. It'll stream it on PC, tablet, or phone. And then it takes all the load off your gaming PC. So since this last update, I cannot play on my my main PC. It's a i7 4th gen 4790K 4 gigahertz with a Asus ROG Strix 1080 Ti video card. So it's kind of old, right? And it just crashes every 5 minutes, 10 minutes since the last update. But with Shadow, I'm playing all night, no crashes. So it's like I said, it's a streaming service that have a dedicated GPU for every client, which is nice. Let me go sell this real quick. So I can show you the way it works. Is so if I go up here, this little icon, that's the Shadow interface. Click it. It tells me I'm getting 43, 44 of FPS, but I'm also running it at 2560, 1440, and not 1080p. And it's giving me, and it's playing at 31 milliseconds response time. And this server that I'm on right now is in Dallas, Texas. And I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. So it's streaming the game from Dallas, Texas to Memphis to Tennessee. And then I have a second stream PC over here that's pulling that feed in and then sending that back to Twitch. If you don't believe me, check this out. So like, I minimize this. So this is my other PC, and it's playing my music and stuff in the background. Right? And normally I would play here, but the thing keeps crashing. So it's running the game in this client here, like streaming it like Netflix. So if the game was working properly, I could honestly, I could play 2 accounts at the same time. Which I did on stream the other night when the crashing first started happening. I was playing 2 characters at once, trying to figure out which one was going to be stable, and using them to craft and do some other things. Because I can swap stuff between characters. Time. So. Let's go do that. And see if we can go find a horse. Don't get distracted this time. Let's go get a horse. All right. I'm so lazy. I've been buying horses and blowing through my money instead of just going and getting them for free. Damn pet broker. But I can make a 40. That's the range is too short. So I can make a 40 damage riser dagger. I wonder how much that would hurt from a third callard with his damage boost. But the thing would be vicious. Ha ha ha! Man, Vladimir Trump is back. That's one hell of an interest, Vlad. Great to have you back, sir. Great to have you back. That's one hell of a way to spend it. There's my man, Rich. I should have never doubted. You've been here the whole time. Still chilling on your bass speaker, right? Just chilling. Arcanus. IWI Insane. YosDL and her channel. Heroic Seed. That name is super familiar. Why is that name familiar? We were just chatting the other day, I think, weren't we? Heroic. Leet Kittens. Hello, Leet. I can push him. I thought they were supposed to be faster than me. How am I moving? Oh, isn't that cute? His ears flop when he runs. How about that? What if I can boost him? What if I can push him and boost him? Nice. Hey! Hey! So we're going to try to go down here and take out some zombies, and we'll see what happens. Where are you headed to, kittens? Are you two heading for the zombies? We've got an infestation that's growing. It needs culling. Yeah, that jump would be a bad idea there. Oof. Wow, what a drop. I will not do that. Alright. So we're going to get a horse. The hell did he go? He'd jump and hide. Like I'm hunting him down or something. I'm not hunting you, man. I'm on my way to get a horse. We talked to a man who just got pincushioned by 3 archers in the field, man. I ain't trying to hunt nobody down. I'm just trying to get my horse back. Oh, there he is. Probably. He'd probably spin and kill me like everybody else does. I'm the most unlethal man. Growing up in the mean streets of Morncur, this is the one most unlethal man in all of Mortal Online 2. A man who can kill his own horse on steps twice in the same stream. That's me. Totally unthreatening, unlethal to anybody else except his own horses. That is, dude, that is the absolute truth. I fell off this like a ledge like this. Boom, dead horse. I came back. I dozed off again, coming down the steps on the horse. Went off the same ledge. Boom, and I'm just sitting here looking at 2 red bags. So frustrating. Actually, I'm going to cross over here and get those horses. I do need to train badly. Badly. I trained early on with General B, Anabolic A, but he was teaching me, like, trying to do all the feints and the duels and the spins and that kind of stuff. And really, I just need a damn locking tutorial. I wish they had some kind of a mechanical wooden sticked dummy that would just swing and you could just practice blocking. You know? Because I just need a better... I fight stuff that I should be able to kill, like those risers, and they start feigning 2 and 3 times and it's over. Over. Alright, so we're going right over here. The horses are right up here. Just gotta get through this bamboo. Oh, that'd be perfect, man. That'd be absolutely perfect. Yeah, I've got four counts. So I've got, like I said, my archer, my bow crafter, my weapon crafter, and then my like extractor, whatever guy. My one guy, the guy that was terrible earlier, my mage, that's my armor crafter. And then he's on my beast. He's a Shivra beast mage, dagger beast mage. And then I've got human hybrid, who I really like, MA foot fighter. And I've got this Thurcalard MA foot fighter. Not so much a fan of this one. I wanted to take him to go fight the risers just to see how it would do. But not having the magic to kind of top off your animals and stuff really slows that process down. There should be... What the hell is that? It was like a deer or a springbok on a rock. Okay, yes, it is. Okay. Alright, so... Unless somebody's been culling the horses out here, there should be some horses here popping out here soon. But my luck... I think I see one. There's one. I said, my luck, Horizon's been out here farming them. He loves to farm the horses out here. I know I saw that horse over here. Where the hell did it go? Okay. There's the man right there. I bet that's Horizon. Hunting horses and killing them. So I think he's streaming now. So if he's streaming, he's probably hunting. He's probably hunting horses. I know he's quite proud of his horse murdering tag. All right. Well, that will make things difficult. Damn, that thing's full. Nobody's been over here today, looks like. What's that? Valhalla. So now Valhalla's hunting horses too? Great. We'll never have horses over here again. I see, I thought I saw one. Let me go back. I thought I saw one back here. It's probably a springbok or something way back there. I think down here is all pigs. Whole lot of pigs. Whoa, Slumber. Welcome to the channel. So, brand new to the game. So I have the taming skill, the domestication skill, and the creature control skills. I've leveled all three of those up. So I can tame any wild horse that I come across. That's what I'm looking for. I'm out near Morncur, and near these ruins, just southeast of Morncur. Normally, there's a large spawn of maybe 7 to 12 horses. But because it's the closest spawn to the town, and there's a lot of activity in the town, people have been coming through here to either grab them and put them on the pet broker to make a quick buck, or they've been killing them to prevent other people from having access to mounts to kind of thwart some of the mounted archery and the mounted combat in PvP. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I'm kind of cruising, looking for hopefully for one horse to spawn in. If you kill the horse spawn all the way down, it takes it longer to come back. Whereas if you leave it a couple up, they'll respawn and pretty quick. But what I can show you, there's a springbok. We can tame him if you want, just so I can show you what it looks like. So you can actually just walk up to him and hit F. He'll probably run. There you. Oh, he ran. Oh no, I got him. So now he's now my pet. He'll follow me, and then I have to feed him. So if you look over here, you'll see if his hunger is over 500, he'll start losing loyalty points, and he's already at 100, so he's already pretty low. If he gets too low under 100, he'll disassociate with you. He'll abandon you or whatever. He'll leave you. So they normally eat this malice fruit. There's also Pyrium. There's round trees, kind of light green round trees. Other ones that have the fruit that you need. You just walk up to them and hold F. You can get a ton of it. Did you just get hit by something? Hold on. Oh, I took fall damage somehow. That's weird. Okay. So I'll feed him real quick some of this malice fruit. As an example. Then you'll start seeing this number, since he's currently eating the malice fruit. You'll start seeing this number drop pretty quick. See, bam! That was actually a lot faster than I thought. So now this will start going back up towards 1,000. He's currently level 1 out of 125. So this is a very weak creature. And you can't really do much with the springboks. If it's a horse or a bear, you can put bags on them. You can put saddles on them. Well, you put saddles on the horses. The bears, you put bags on them. The horses, you can also put horse bags on them so they can carry things for you. And there's small and large bags to just offer you more carrying slots. So, yeah. I'll go ahead and abandon this guy. So he can go do his own thing. Okay. So I've got 75 points to spend on horses. I just gotta hopefully find one. And there's a bear. I could try to tame a bear. I haven't done that on this guy. Could try that. So let's see. Let me go on bearings real quick. So this game doesn't have a map. So everything that you do, orientation wise, you have to be able to kind of orientate yourself. Look for landmarks, look for things to kind of keep yourself going. Plus you have your compass, which will help as well. So if I go north and cross this water, this creek up here, then I can go up here, this area. There's bears and wolves up there. It does. So if you can tame them and run back a couple. I've got enough points I could get 2, and then you can sell them in town for anywhere between 10 and 80 to 90 gold, depending on how high their stats are. Right. So you can make a lot of money just with being a tamer and just taming horses and selling them. 100%. Some more fruit, so I need to eat some food to get my gray bar knocked out real quick. Completed. And normally there's tons of horses here, so it's kind of disappointing that they've all been got. 203 units. Let me have a seat real quick. All right. Where are the horses? Yeah, I'll probably get a lucky arrow in the face by somebody, probably. Because there was a Valhalla here earlier. Stand still. I'm like a T-Rex. My eyes will be attracted to motion. Most are not, because the reputation system is so brutal against murderers that a lot of people are not aggressive at sight right now. It's probably the least aggressive on site the game's ever been right now. And once they fix the rep system and they give you more ways to earn your reputation back, then there's a chance that people might be outright just murderers all the time again. But like my guy, this guy's a Thursar Callard, and they have a built-in issue with not being like their race has a problem not being able to earn reputation. So the last thing they want to do is lose a lot of rep, because then it's very hard for them to gain it back. So bring my bearings right. So we came in this way. So we need to go back here and then up this way. Okay, cool. So we're going to go try and see if we can find a bear. See if we can tame a bear. So the way the bear taming works is you have to beat the bear down and put the bear into what's referred to as mercy mode. It's like the last hit before death. And they're kind of slumped over, but they're not quite dead all the way. And from that position, you can stand over them and try and create them to be tamed as a pet. So we want to cross here. Be there. I just want to cross to where I can cross and not drown. Cool, perfect. All right, so we're just gonna go straight up here. So down here to the left is gonna be razorbacks, or not razor. I think it's bush pigs. Yeah, bush pigs and maybe a couple of razorbacks. But on the very top, all the way up top. Come on now, get up there. Really? I can't make that jump. Seems kind of silly. But I can walk it. Okay, whatever. Yeah, up this hill to the left. And if you hug this wall, then there's a bandit camp up there, and then there's wolves, and bears. So we're interested in the bears. I'd love to make another bear pet. So the town I come from is up there. The top of the scaffolding is Morin Kerr. Can't see it from here, but if you go up here, switch back there, up and around, and then back up, and back there, then you start to see the edge of the town just above there. It's a beautiful view when you get on top of that scaffolding and look down. It's a really nice, pretty view. I'll show you where that spot's at up here. It's not too far. Just make sure I get this sword working right. The bears are usually on the back side. And there's a couple of wolves across the front. We might could fight the wolves first and then go for the bears, or we could try to pull just the bears, but I don't have my bow anymore. Oh, well, before all this kind of solo PvE stuff, I was out in the open plains going to fight some risers, and I ran across a crew of mounted archers, and they mowed me down really quick with arrows. That's why I'm doing this now. I lost all my plate metal, all my weapons. So now I'm kind of starting back over it. Not starting back over, but just, you'll learn not to have an attachment to your gear, because it's just not going to last. And the sooner you're comfortable with just that the gear is disposable, pretty much, the better off of experience you'll have in the game, Let's look. There's any bear movement. Wolf movement, let's see. So we're getting real close to the bear area. Nice. It does not. Yeah, so if you go on that low side, you can bypass this top area with the wolves and everything, come up here, and then you'll be close to the bandit camp. So the bandit camp I was talking about is right. Where's that wall? The bandit camp should be right over this area, I think. Yeah, you can tell it because it's got a bunch of has a bunch of palisades out. I can't believe we haven't seen a bear yet. There's usually always bears roaming around, right? I mean, like literally right here. You have bears. I was hoping to find a young bear because it'll be easier to tame, easier to fight. Yeah, this is crazy not seeing any bears out here. But there are a ton of bears on the pet broker. So the same guys that are coming up here to tame horses, they might be taming big groups of bears too. Yeah. I can make a riser dagger with a riser hilt, and I mean a riser blade, and it has 40 something damage, and it hurts quite a bit to get hit by it. See, this is why this is tough, because there's 3 bandit, bandit, bandit. I don't know if I can take all 3 of them because I don't have my plate armor anymore. I like to fight just one. Is there a caster in there? No, physical. Oh, Jesus. I'm toast. Wolves. See, that's what I was afraid of. Those wolves. Wolves will jack you up. I gotta get the bandits to reset so that I can heal up. Many bandages. That's gonna be a rip. Oh, wait. Maybe we can get far enough away they'll reset too. So close. Nope. Ripperino. Alright. That's brutal. Yeah. I shouldn't have gone out there. I didn't have any bandages or anything. Nah, it's all good, man. It's not a problem. Not a problem. That was all garbage stuff I think I brought over from Haven to begin with. Yeah, right. All right, so let's quit, and then we'll get on my other guy that can make stuff. Because this guy makes bows. That's what he makes, is bows. I don't need any bows right now. And he's completely out of gear, pretty much. So let's go with. Log out. And so our mage is dead with no gear. Our Thursar Callard is dead with no gear. So let's go to this guy. He's our human hybrid mounted archer. He should fare better unless I get knocked, unless he gets killed by other mounted archers like what happened earlier. But this guy, he can make weapons. So we can make ourselves some better weapons pretty easily. He's got steel and flake stone and some other stuff already. So I think I'll stick on it with him and wait on the bows. So I'm told that sheet is fully accurate for extractions. What you mean? I'm told that sheet is fully accurate for extractions. Which one? There's a couple about. There's Wolfseat has got one that's got a listing of all the extractions. But then there's Bear has one that a lot of people use publicly for their extractions. The Mortal Online Calendar has a calculator for extractions. So there's a couple options there that you can look at. No, there's not staffs or staves or anything yet. They said that they're coming. Right now there's a spell book. And you scribe the spells in the spell book, and you can find the spell scrolls. There's a few small starting ones on the vendor, and the rest you're going to find them as world drops. So the bandits, like we saw, they can drop them. Or if you saw just a second ago, when I was looking at that horse spawn and I looted the barrel and the other thing, I got a corruption spell scroll and one of those two lootable objects. So you can find them as world drops. You can find them off bandits. So and you scribe the spell into your spell book. And then when you want to cast, the way the casting works here is you have a pre-cast and then a release. So, say I'm walking up to a bandit camp or a riser camp, I want to fight one of them. I'll pre-cast my first spell, and you'll see it counting down from about 19 seconds. And you have 19 seconds to release the spell on your target. So, what a lot of melee fighters do, they're hybrids like this guy that I'm just logged into. They'll go into a fight, they'll pre-cast a heal. Then they'll go fight, sword fight, whatever. And then within the next 20 seconds or so, they'll do a self-cast release, essentially, of that spell, or self-target. And so then they'll release that spell mid-fight to heal themselves mid-fight. So it's just this. So, I need water and calamine, so we'll do that in a little bit. So this guy has katana and spear. I think the last time I was on, I was going to try and swap him from spear to katana. But now after using the swords a little bit, I think I may not do that. Right. So if I can let me go get some. Let me see if I got some money on me. Yeah, I got some. I'll buy some reagents real quick and I'll show you. So the reagents, you can pick them up. A lot of them you can pick up at the magic vendor. Or their world drops when you kill people like bandits or zombies. Or you can get them from when you're doing mine extraction. Is it R to extract? It's weird. So calamine. Let's go like 20 calamine. Water. We can go. So here's some kind of basic scrolls. Lesser healing, spurt, different stuff. Your spell book. If you don't have a spell book yet. So we got that. Now we go over here and scoop up some water real quick. Should be a pool of water. Is it here? Yeah, there it is. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Let's fix that. So settings, keybinds, use interact. Should be F. So we'll scoop up some water real quick. Okay, cool. All right, so watch. So now that I'm ready to cast heal, I actually have 4, actually 5. You got 4. It's 4. You need 1 calamine. I thought I bought calamine. Oh, I didn't finalize the sale. That's one thing you got to do for everything, whether you're trading with someone or you're changing the stats on the settings in the game. You always have to close the transaction with clicking on yes or save or whatever the confirmation is. So I bought this earlier and I did not say accept. Now we can heal up. So here's how it works. You hit 4 for me. He's on 4. So now he's cast it. You see the top left corner, 17 seconds, 15 seconds, 14 seconds. That's how much time I have left to cast the spell. So I could be fighting, swing, 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 swing. Oh, now I'm hurt. Let me heal myself and hit R. R. There we go. Well, normally it's R. This one, for some reason, it's E because I haven't changed the keybind. So normally I have it to set to R. And then he'll turn the hands on himself and he'll cast the healing spell back at himself. Otherwise, you would do 4. And then whatever you're targeting, you would hit 4 again. And he'll throw the spell at the target to hit it. But that's essentially how you would recast your spells. So this guy still should have some horses, so that's good. It does. It has a slightly different animation. But they have damage over time. They have instant cast. They have instant damage. There's a couple different options there. Usually what works best, a lot of people will do the magic from horseback. So as long as you're on horse but you're not changing direction, you'll be able to cast while you move. Show you. Not the Mongol. It was terrible. Okay, so I can show you. So if I'm walking, as long as I'm walk straight, I can cast the spell on horseback. Heal myself. But if I'm casting, that change direction, it cancels, see? So you have to be going in the same direction. If you're going in the same direction and you don't change, you hold what you've got, you can actually summon from horseback. Yo, what's going on, Six Side? Welcome back to the stream. Yeah, man, sorry about that last night. I was up really late and dozing out, man. You were right to tell me to get off there and get in bed, man. So you were 100% correct on that call. I should have done that much earlier. But you're right. All work and no play, no sleep. Gonna be a real tired boy. So, man, it's been a rough night, but I'm still in good spirits, man. Mage lost everything, lost his pet bear. Got on my Thursar Callard meat shield. Just got sniped down by a couple guys out by the Riser camp. Came back. Just died to a bunch of wolves and some bandits. So, you know, kind of licking my wounds a little bit, trying to decide what I want to do. It's kind of late, so I may not get into anything. Yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. So we'll probably just kind of chat and run around and maybe do some crafting. Let's see if I've got any materials on me. Flagstone. I can make some flagstone weapons. I don't have. I've burned through all my steel, but we can. I got a couple of bows. Do I have any arrows? No arrows. Okay. Yeah, so we can. Let's make. We can make some daggers actually, because I can sell the daggers. I think I had the steel. The steel daggers I was able to make before were badass. It was like 24 strength and like 50, almost 50 damage on a dagger. Really nice. So let's see if we see what our flagstone ones look like. So if you've never seen the crafting system before, you're in for a real treat. So this is my weaponsmith. So the way that the system works, it's confusing a little bit at first, but once you understand it, once you figure it out, it's not bad at all. So you have your action skills, which is going to be like your combat abilities, and then you have your profession skills, which are going to be your crafting skills. So over here under weapon crafting, in order to make weapons, to become a weaponsmith, you first have to get weapon crafting, right? You get that skill. Then you get the hilt. Then you get the blade. And then if you get the hilt and the blade and the weapon crafting, then you can go and you can purchase the book that will train you on how to put those two things together to make a dagger. And then from there, you can start specializing and finding recipes for certain daggers. So I went out and I got the Rizar hilts and the Rizar blades. So now I can make all Rizar gear weapon-wise. So you'll see that here if I go to blade, Rizar weapon. See? Rizar weapon head crafting. So the way that translates is I go over here to daggers. Say I want to make a Rizar hilt. Looks like it kind of shows you a ghost of it here. It won't materialize until you put an actual material in there and then you grip it with something. Boom, there it is. But you can do simple hilt, small hilt, bent hilt, carved hilt. Most of them are pretty similar. It's just mainly just for looks. But the Rizar blade does seem to hit a little bit harder, right? So far, flagstone for the handle. We got guard fur. You can use leather, ground fur, guard fur, whatever you got. I've got guard fur, and ground fur. So the handle is going to be for your durability and some weight. Your damage is mostly going to come from the head material. like this, and then the style of head that you put on the weapon. So there's a mercy, there's a war dagger, mercy dagger, straight dagger, heavy dagger, curved dagger, heavy dagger, curved dagger, or riser dagger. So I'm gonna make a riser dagger out of flakestone handle. The flakestone's pretty cheap. You get it from mining the granum, and there's where I'm at in Morinkur, there's granum, so you can get stacks and stacks and stacks on. Go and refine it at a crusher or an extractor, and get all this flakestone back and some other things as well. So when you're ready to craft, now, so before you do that, if you do make something that's totally custom and you want it to the rest of the community to know that you made it, you can name it and you can put your signature on it, so that anyone who identifies or looks at this weapon, it's going to say whatever name you put on it, and it'll say, you know, created by or crafted by, and then your signature goes on it, which is pretty cool. You know, can't think of too many other games that let you do that. So craft it. Okay, so this one was much better. So the vendor dagger that you can buy is 20 pierce. So that flakestone dagger is already 14 strength. So it's pretty low strength for like a mage that wants to run a dagger. Then it's got 28 piercing and 10 slashing. So 28 piercing is what they're mainly going to use. That's a lot. The vendor dagger that you can buy for 1 gold is only 20. Right. And so the bows, which I can't make a bow, but I can show you. The bows are equal or even different, but similar but different. So in the bows, I should have shown it with my other guy. You can make a single material bow. You can make a composite bow. You can do a recurve bow, a decurve bow, an asymmetrical bow, a long bow, a short bow. But what's neat is when you do the material setup, you can do a what I just said it a second ago. Now I lost my train of thought. You can do one that's got 2 materials, and you can actually adjust the slider to increase or decrease the rigidity of one of the 2 materials based on, you know, you can make it like 80% wood and 10% bone, right? And that'll make it more rigid than a normal all wood bow. And so that'll give you, you know, more strength requirement, maybe more damage. It has that level of complexity where you'll be playing with the sliders to determine what's exactly the best trade-off of strength requirement and damage and range. Really cool stuff. That's how you refine materials there. So after you process them so many ways outside of it, when you're ready to finalize and start making the last little portions of what it takes to make steel, all of that's done here at the refining of it. Whether it's blood ore and you're putting in calx and whatever else to turn it into pig iron, and then if you have pig iron, you're putting in the coke and everything else to make it steel. You would do that, you know, here. Okay, so let's go. How much money do I have? I've got 10 silver. Let's see if we can put this blade on the auction house. So the auction house is in this little guild station. There's also going to be a racial-based librarian here. So the curite trainer that sells you things that are strictly locked or culturally locked to the curites, you'll find them here. So that's going to be like your mounted archery, aiming technique, marksmanship, that kind of stuff. Swift riding, another one. Controlled riding is another. You get those all. Any town that's curite owned, you'll have that ability. And then lastly, you got your auction house, right? Well, that's some cheap Sabura powder. Man, I need to put mine on here for cheap then. That's real cheap Sabura powder. I was selling mine for 10, I think. Yeah, see, I sell mine for 10. I'm selling it for like 2. So, fix that. And then you have your guildstone here. I need to get an invite, and then I can access it. see if we can put that dagger on real quick. I think I got enough money to put the dagger. Let's see. Trade house. Market. We want to sell an item. We want to sell this dagger. We want a price to be... So normally it's 1 gold. The other one. So let's do like 5 gold. 55 gold. Probably, I would imagine there's people that are crafters. You know, they just either get materials from their friends or a guild or something. Let me see. Are there people who do nothing but sell stuff like they're doing? Yeah, I would imagine so. There's people that will go to one town, buy up a bunch of the rare culture books, and then bring them back here and sell them for 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price and turn a profit that way. Okay, so I'm selling that dagger. There it is. 2 gold. I can show you if we go to items, let's go to skill books. See this heavy armor training. There's one. Ginger McMessing. That's another one from Meduli. Paint techniques. That's from Meduli. Heavy armor training is from Meduli. So they're charging 30 gold per book, and if you go to Meduli and buy it, it's 10. I think it's 10 gold. But to go out there, it's like an hour-long ride or more by horseback. And now with so many people trolling around, it's it does. It takes 4 hours to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. Hell, let me show you this. Because I'm about to log off anyway, so I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but I can show you this to show you an example of how huge this world is. So again, if y'all weren't aware, I'm going to share this with you too. So 2 things. 1, I'm playing on what's called Shadow Gaming Cloud because my local PC keeps crashing because the latest update makes my Unreal Engine crash all the time. So I'm on what's called Shadow Gaming Cloud. And Shadow Gaming Cloud is a streaming service like Netflix or Hulu, but they stream the game to their client on your computer. Your computer has to have no processor load whatsoever. No GPU load. It's just loading this app, and then their servers handling all the processor load, and it's a virtualized PC with a dedicated GPU. So I'll show you this little icon up here. That's not part of the game. That's for Shadow. If I click it, I'm currently running 1920 by 1080 inside the town, 55 frames a second with a 30 milliseconds response time. This PC that I'm on right here is in Dallas, Texas. I'm hundreds of miles away in Memphis, Tennessee, playing on a PC in Dallas, Texas. And then my computer over there is then streaming this back to Twitch because I have a stream PC and a game PC, right? So that 30 seconds response time is being played on a PC hundreds of miles away in Dallas, Texas. And if I'm outside the city, this goes up to 2440 by 1440 or whatever. It goes up to 2K. Once I'm outside the city. When I'm in the city, it drops to 1080, I guess, to try and save some frames and some processing power. I can zoom this over, so I'm not kidding. Like, this is a streaming version of the game. This is my actual PC here. And so here I can pull up the Mortal map and kind of show you how big the map is. So Mortal online map info. Get you there. All right, so this is the world map. It is... Where did my mouse go? Come on, mouse. What the... All the times. What is my mouse doing? Hold on. I got another mouse. Another mouse. 1 mouse. 2 mouse. Both. So I got 2 mice and both of them are not responding. That's bizarre. Let's look. Yes, it's frozen. Anyway. Now the whole PC is flipping out. I've freaked that computer out completely. Great. Anyway, so the whole map is 400 square kilometers, right? And what I was going to show you is there's a small path that I had that when I die to the risers, I have to walk it, and it's 30 minutes on the dot. And when you zoom in on the whole map, it's like a little dime compared to the whole rest of the map. It's crazy how. Look at this. Oh, there we go. So that's working again. So my shadow is working. It's not. It's just not. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to shadow then. It's bizarre. Thousands. One server. So the way they do it, is that the server, they have a cluster of servers that are sharing the load, right? And they use Unreal Engine level streaming to stream the game to you. And so you can have, like they did a fight at Tendrum, which is the big capital city of the Tendremic Empire. They had 300 players show up, and they had 150 versus 150 battle. Looked like a scene at a Braveheart. They lined them all up across, a line, and it looked like a big, like frontal assault from something like in Braveheart or something. Would show you if I had a way. Let me reboot this computer because it's been problematic for some reason. Don't know why. Whoa, slumber. We'll be right back. I'm just going to reboot this real quick and then I can show you this. Give me just a second. I don't know what caused the mouse and everything to stop working. Like the driver crashed or something. So we'll reboot real quick and that should be sorted out in no time. And I've got a second mouse here I just plugged in, so if I need to, I can hook that one up and use it. So yeah, so there's thousands of people that play. And whoa, Slumber, you are a true warrior. Thank you for the follow. Very humbled and honored that you would provide that support to this channel, support to Mortal Online. It's greatly appreciated. Very humbling. Thank you, sir. So, yes, you're talking. I don't know if you keep up with the Steam charts at all, but this past week they broke 1,000 concurrent players on the server for the first time. I think it was 10. I think it was 1,083. But it's a level system. So let's go. So I'm back on my local machine, and now my mouse is cutting up again. Really? So let me pull this in this way. So Mortal, try it again. Okay. So when I fight risers, all right, so where you just saw me at is here. This is Morncur, this little tiny little square, right? And where I was dying and coming back to, and this map goes all the way down here and all the way up there, right? So when I was dying, I was coming back here. So let me show you. I'm just having a problem. Okay. Zoom in again. Okay. So this is the Red Priest that's down by the water. When I die, I go in here. So when I die, I was fighting these guys. So if I walk here, 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 here. That walk, that's 30 minutes by foot. 30 minutes. Your stuff disappears at like 31 or 32 minutes. That is a 32-minute walk to go down this thing, around the ledge, go down the trench, and then come back here. That's 30 minutes. That's the whole map. If that's 30 minutes, then this is an hour. This is an hour and a half. This is 2 hours by foot. This is 2.5 hours by foot. See what I'm saying? Like, it's huge. And it's all real time rendered. No cut scenes or any of that kind of stuff. You just walk it, or you get horseback. But on foot, that's a 30-minute walk right there. Which is nuts, right? Like, it's such a huge world. But yeah, I can show you. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, the map is huge. So I would advise, where'd my chat go? So I advise most players when they start new to start here. This is called Meduli. And it's very easy to navigate. It's very open sight lines. It's very easy to get around. I would go there first. It's usually very populated with players as well. It also has Sabura, and there's Calx you can, Calx you can get here, and Granum you can get here ish. So it's not too difficult to make steel and some other things there. You just have to venture out and get a couple materials and come back. But mainly I would stay here, level up, get yourself a horse, and then I would take a horse here. This is Tindrum. This is the capital city of the Tindrumic Empire. It is absolutely breathtaking when you approach it. If you approach it on foot and you come over this way over the hills, if you go to this keep, you can see it from here. It's so big. You can see Tindrum from this castle here. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. And so let me show you how the battles went the other day. So if I go to here, game discussions. Okay. Scroll up a little bit. All right. So this was a couple weeks back. So yeah, so we're talking about Tindrum. I'll give you a little sneak peek. That's Tindrum. And that's not even all of it. That's just the main road in Tindrum. There's a whole bunch of city over here, and there's a whole bunch of city over here. This is just like the main 2-lane road going in that you can look up and see the big cathedral or whatever that is. But then let me show you. This is the approach from the outside. In case you don't ever get a chance to make it. I was dead and walked over there dead. And this was the outside. So it's got fortifications all the way across here. Fortifications across the front. It's got a main gate here and another gate here. And maybe one more under lower gate, I think, right over here. But yeah, there's a priest you could resurrect at. But there's the gladiator arena. You can go in and have gladiator fights in there if you want. It's huge. Absolutely huge. A 100%. Yeah, I could not agree more. This was the scene where the 300 players that met outside the walls of Tindrum to do a big, large-scale battle to be put in the feature trailer for the game. So this is, about 300 players. A lot of them brought mounts. There's a desert horse. There's a Campodon elephant. There's a turtle. People brought different stuff. There's a full-grown Campodon. That's a young Campodon. That's a full-grown Campodon. Some more horses, the armor. What they did is they did banners. Other people wore banners on their back versus non-banners. It's the way that they kind of split them up. And then show you this. This is down there on the level. So you see how the graphic detail was just remarkable. So this one's even better. This looks like a scene out of Braveheart. or like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but mainly Braveheart. Yeah, that pig. Yeah, somebody brought a pig pet to the fight. I mean, it's amazing. And let me show you a little detail about this too that you may not have seen before either. Is so this guy's got plate mail. He's got plate mail. These two have plate mail, and he has plate mail. But if you look closely, he has a like a reptile, some type of a leather something here. But then this is malarium, that white color. That's malarium made from the teeth of bears and a few other animals, or molars of bears, right? So it's malarium with steel with some type of metal, make plate armor. This one is something else. I don't know if it's cuprum maybe or something else, but it has that really kind of a bronze look. This guy's got some type of either arthropod, spider carapace, or even possibly even a reptile carapace. If you kind of look, you can kind of see some detail there in the shell. This guy's also got some type of either malarium or emulge, some kind of a tooth based plate armor. And this guy has horned scale, like snake skin, horn scale, or lizard horn scale plate armor. This one got the little kind of a grid to it for the small scales. So they're all the same. This one. They're all very similar. They're like armor patterns, but because the materials they use, they have visible differences in the material. What else do we have here? So I can show you. So also what they added this past week is they've added home, like player housing to the game, and they look like this. So this is like your level 1 starter type home. Like you can just place it anywhere out in the world. And making one looks like this. Is you put the materials in. There's a thing by the door. You put the materials in that, and you actually physically have to use your hammer and actually smack the and apply the stuff into it. They can raid houses and keeps, but you can't really. If the house is fully built, you won't be able to really raid it until they put in the siege engines, like the trebuchets and the mangannons and that kind of stuff. Right now, the only way you siege it is if you come across it and the guy's actively building it. You can go in there with hammers and break it down. But once it's fully built, it'll have such high health that you won't be able to bring enough hammers to break it down. But also, I want to point out too, this guy's wearing plate armor, like we talked about earlier. But he has the turtle carapace armor. So see how it's got the little sections, it's like turtle shell, like the back of a turtle or the belly of a turtle. That's the turtle plate armor he's wearing right there. They can be shared. Your door has the ability to generate keys, and you can generate keys, then issue keys to other players. The players can also drop the key on death, so that is always a concern. But then you can also go to your door and re-key the lock, and then reissue new keys if you think someone's lost a key. What else can I show you? Here's the player thing I was telling you about. 1084. So 1084, this was a couple of days ago, but they had like at noon on a Thursday or noon on a Tuesday or something. They had 1084 concurrent players in a single server. What else can I show you? So here's what they put in the keeps. So this is the castles and the keeps. So you could put a stronghold inside the castle walls. So that's kind of what they're showing here. That's how tiny the players are. I mean, the spaces are massive. And that's the CEO, Henrik. He does a broadcast every Thursday, really showing their dev updates and what they have planned next. This was part of that stream. Here's a view from up top. You see just how far your view goes from the. There's another somebody else put a stronghold here outside of Meduli. You can see it from here. Yep, he did. He did. You're absolutely right. And then I thought there was a couple more. Yeah, just a few more there. Here's a couple riding in if you want to see that. So you can do that.
Gotta keep.
This is them on approach. So they're actively building the walls. So the tower on the right's almost done. The walls on the towers on the left are still currently getting built at this time. But it's going to show you what it's like to to go through the front.
We have a keep here, and we have a little army.
You see the spots that the crenellations are big enough you can get up there and actually shoot arrows down, which is nice.
Remember that scene when the guys are up on the roof? I'll never forget that movie. Quite impressive. Quite impressive. Oh, nice. So this little stick here. These are the things, right, that we need to cover.
Yeah, for right now it would be. Now once they put in the siege engines and all that stuff, then yeah, it would be the walls. The wall sections themselves are like 10-foot sections, and you could actually blow apart, one or two of the 10-foot sections and breach it once the siege weapons stuff happens. What else here? Here's a big tower that they just built while he was there live. This is a cool shot.
Finish the tower. Oh my god. How the hell do you build so fast? Okay, so this is one of the corner towers, and look how insane it is. This is almost like
so that's what the outer towers look like.
On its own, right? And it's only a side.
And I think the thing is huge.
Insane. So this
absolutely
is
massive.
Almost higher than the keep tier 1 right now. So obviously they need to upgrade the keep to become the main component as well.
And if you haven't seen the combat, so I didn't give you a good example of the combat, so that's my fault. But let me show you. This was before this is the time when I actually fought. So let me back it up. There we go. So here's me fighting some bandits out by Manduli. So I'm healing myself up, self-heal, but I'm like, if you saw him I was at 40 health, now I'm at 50 health, so I'm in bad shape. And watch him fake. You see what he did? So now they're fainting, see? So it's directional blocking, directional attacking. He reposted a couple times or fainted and reclutched his swing. You bastard, come here. How long does it take? Well, like the deed with the building down is expensive, right? The low level one is like 100. The stronghold is 400.